Hello and welcome to Through My Eyes podcast show and the Drama Enthusiast channel. So I've got a guest with me, a podcast and filming it so you can see how it all works. My guest is Loizou, who is a family friend, my sister's boyfriend, who has a mix of views, and I feel like his views are very good for this show. And I also always speak with myself, so it's good to have someone else. Okay, so welcome.
Right.
Okay, so some topics we'll be talking about is social media, Love Island and living in London, which I feel like are very big topics at the moment. So, I'm actually quite nervous for some reason. So let's jump right into it and talk about Love Island. What's your opinion on Love Island and what do you think? Do you think it sends a bad message?
No, I mean, it depends really, because like, if you want to go on the show for followers and like publicity and money afterwards, then it's a good thing. But body image wise, it's not really the best for women and men. But
So do you enjoy watching it then?
to be fair, it's good TV. Like,
yeah,
good TV on like every night. I just go and watch it. But to be fair, I remember when I was single, I really wanted to go on the show.
Oh, that's my second question actually. Would you ever go on it?
Yeah, no, I really wanted to go on the show because I was like, money, and just get loads of followers. But then now, obviously now I wouldn't.
Yeah, exactly.
I wouldn't go on the show, but then it's different. So
yeah, exactly.
Now I just watch it for entertainment. But then.
But it's crazy how you can literally go on the show and it just propels you and like have all these deals and have all these followers, and it's actually quite a lot for someone who wasn't well known to have like millions of followers and to have so much pressure.
It'd be weird though, wouldn't it? Like just one day you go in like really normal. Next day you've got, well actually no, you leave the villa and you've got like 1 million followers.
Exactly.
And then the next year after, it's like everything dries out. Like if you remember Mike, like, well, he wasn't really Muggy Mike, but everyone knew was Muggy Mike, and like he just didn't know how to handle it. So it's like it's mad to think about it.
Yeah, because like the industry has changed so much. Because back in the day, like 10 years ago, even 5 years ago, you would have to work really hard to build up a reputation, build up a name, and now you can just go on these reality shows and be famous.
Would you go on the show?
Would I? No, I wouldn't.
You wouldn't?
No.
So if they said to you like, just go on a show for, I don't know, like 2 weeks, so you just have to go on it for 2 weeks, and then afterwards just go on the back of it.
Like I said, it's good money, but I don't like what the show stands for, and I'm kind of serious about my name and what I do in my life. So I feel like having Love Island on my like CV would just kind of tarnish like my reputation. I don't know,
like if you look at like Josh Denzel. Denzel's done quite well from the show. Like he did the show, obviously went with Kaz and then they broke up, but then now he still does presenting and stuff. So I don't know, like it could probably propel you in like the right direction if that's what you wanted to do.
I suppose, yeah.
And that's what you knew you wanted to get out of the show. Yeah, that makes sense.
And that follows me on to the next question quite nicely. Do you like social media? Do you use it a lot, and do you have detoxes?
I remember back in the day, like for a while I used to love like, I got those like likes and followers and stuff, but now I'm not really that bothered at all. So now I delete my Facebook. I deleted.
Oh yeah, Twitter.
To be fair, I literally just use Twitter now just for like football news. Snapchat I rarely use, and like any of that I just don't really use anymore. It's like I just don't know. I just don't think it's for me anymore.
I think it just shows how much you've grown as well, from like 20 to like 25, around them ages.
Yeah, true. Like I remember, no, but I suppose now, because I don't really use social media because I've got like my own mates. I'm not really bothered about what everyone else does. Like, I just sort of do my own thing and then.
Exactly. I suppose you're like more confident and you're more like, you don't really care what people think.
I don't really care. And the thing is, it's like, Sabrina said to me a lot all the time, it's like, if I was to get married or have a baby, do I want all these people knowing? Who I don't really know.
Yeah, that's true.
And I'm not really that bothered if they know it. So it's like, why would I want to share the news with you when I've got all my like personal friends, family?
Yeah,
I'll share the news to myself.
You don't want to know like too much. Don't want to share too much with them.
But then again though, like for you, like having like loads of followers and stuff, be good, like for your channel and stuff. So.
Oh yeah, that is true. But I try not to share too much because I've changed so much. Like when I was like 15, I would share so much. Like even just like what I'm eating for dinner. Like my family would be like, "Why are you sharing that?" Like every single day, I post like what I'm eating, like what I'm doing that day. And I've kind of just cut back on that, and I'm quite like. I like my privacy. I'm not sure if it's just because I'm on YouTube and like people know what I'm doing, but I like to have a sense of privacy sometimes.
But then I suppose, like, you know, people that do home, like house accounts and stuff.
Oh yeah.
Like, people do tours of their house, and it's like,
That
if you
is.
think about it, like, you could have like 1 million followers, and just say like 20 people know where you live. They give that on someone else. Like, they actually know exactly what is in your house and what they could steal. That's why it's like, I always think that, like, it's like, why would you put it on the internet? Because literally anyone could see that, and you don't know who's seen it. So it's a bit weird, but I suppose if it works for them, then it works for them, doesn't it?
Because I've like shared a few pictures, like videos, like room tours of my bedroom, of my like my university flat or my wardrobe. I'm like, this is a bit.
Yeah, it's a bit borderline, isn't it? Because you could be like, anyone could actually watch this.
Yeah, because I regret it after I posted it. And I'm like, should I have done that? And there's like some of the clothes I have are like Moncler and stuff, and I'm like, bit of a target here. So what was it like living in London? Some misconceptions, the good, the bad. What do you miss? All of that.
Like family first and foremost. Like, all my family's in London.
So that's what you like, okay.
Yeah. I tell you what, I remember going to school. Like, I went to 2 schools. First school was like real mix. So it was like real mix of cultures and everything. Like, I never really saw, like, I know it's like really cliche, but you never really see colour. Because it's like everyone's just sort of
okay, yeah, because it's
at school and then
such a mix, yeah.
But then, if you go to, because I lived in South London, like if you go to north, south, east, like north, west and east, like it's all different perception of London. So you could drive like an hour up the road and you still be in London, but it's just completely different to like what you're used to. And it's so weird, yet somehow it's sort of the same. Like, it sounds really, really weird.
Yeah, it's so big, it's like the same.
It's so different, yet it's all the same, because like the buses are the same, like literally you still get black cabs, you still get everything, whereas like when you move to like a South End, like, everything's completely different. Like, it's a smaller town, and it's not as busy.
Yeah, it's like a lot different, isn't it?
Yeah, like, it's really not as busy. Like, even I suppose Brighton must be different to South End.
Oh yeah, definitely, yeah. Even though it's like a big city, it still feels quite small. It feels like a smaller London for some reason.
No, I get what you mean. But then I suppose that's why loads of people from London like Brighton, because it's not as busy.
But was it weird going from a city to like a kind of like a large town, borderline city? Like, is there many differences? Or?
Yeah, I suppose, because like for me, like if I wanted to go into London, well actually no. So where I used to live in Croydon, I could go into London in like 15 minutes, and then everything was really accessible from like central London. Whereas here, like I had to take a train that goes for an hour.
The travel, yeah.
So just to get into like London, into the city. So in that regard, like it's really different because travel's further. But then, like I don't mind it because it's like slower.
Yeah, it's like quiet, isn't it? It's
yeah,
quite, it's like comfortable and
a bit different, but
a lot less hectic.
Yeah, I got used to it then. But at the start, I kind of missed my family at the start, but then after a while you get used to it. And
yeah, and like they're close as well. You can see them anytime.
Exactly, it's only like an hour away.
So lastly, what are like misconceptions about living in London? What if you say, "Oh, I'm from London"? Is there any like judgment after that? Or
everyone's like, "Oh," the one that's mainly Croydon, because that's how I'm from Croydon.
Oh, Croydon, yeah.
And everyone's like, "Oh, well, it's not very nice," and like everyone's killing each other and stuff like that. It's actually not really like that. Like, if you actually know, really, I mean, you get like trouble here and there, but it's mainly people. Like, a lot of the stabbings and stuff, like all sort of like gang related, and everyone knows. Sort of like, it's not really like random. I mean, you get it here and there, but I mean, it's not like all the time.
But is crime a big issue in Croydon? Is that true, or?
Yeah, crime is an issue, but I mean, you sort of live with it, and if you're street smart, you just don't really get around the crime.
Have you been faced with any crime, or your friends, or robberies, or? I know it's quite a sensitive issue, but.
I mean, I've never. I mean, I remember being at school, like, we used to be offered drugs and stuff, but that was sort of.
Oh, okay, yeah.
At the time, but like, no, not really. I mean, I used to see a lot more when I was at school, but not anymore, because you go work and then come home, so.
Yeah, exactly.
And like play football here and there, so not really.
Okay, so our next topic is going to be about Netflix, our favourite shows, our least favourite shows, and shows that have good messages. So, what are some of your favourite TV shows, movies, or ones that you think should be on?
I love Narcos. Like, Narcos is.
Okay, yeah.
I mean, it's not very kid friendly, but no, I love Narcos just because you get to see about living in like, drug trafficking countries. Like, they could sort of glamorise it.
I haven't actually seen that, so can you like tell me?
Alright, so the premise of the show is, well, the first one's about the Medellin cartel. Second series about the Cali cartel, and that's the first three 3 or 4. So basically, it's just about drug cartels.
Oh, okay.
And
That's not really my scene,
no,
but
so it's about drug cartels and then export, import of drugs, and get to see loads of killings.
sounds
And
nice.
then the US like DEA agents, like police, like try and catch them. So the first bit was about Pablo Escobar, about how they caught him. And the second one was about the Cali cartel and how they caught them. And then the third one is about this Mexican guy. I can't remember his name.
Okay.
But yeah, it's really good though.
So is it based purely on true story, or
No, it's all true
is some of
story.
it like?
But some of it is like glamorized, and like
Okay.
some stories are like fictionalized. Is it fictionalized? What's the word? Fictitious, I think.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So then some of them are like done for.
It's like dramatized.
Yeah.
A little
A
bit.
bit like Towie.
Oh, okay. Yeah. So fake.
Yeah. No. Well, some scenes are like fake, but then some are quite real. And yeah, that's quite good. But it's like loads of killing and really gory. I don't know if you like that's your thing, but
Not really, but
no.
I might give it a go. I'll give it a watch. But some of mine are like Black Mirror.
No, I like that.
We watched it together, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah. Did you like season 3? Do you remember that episode we watched where
that one was
it's
quite
like
cool. I can't remember.
the app thing? What was it? The app? It's like an Uber app thing in London. Do you remember? And they
Oh yeah, do you
kidnapped-
remember that? That was
yeah.
weird. That one where it's like the guy just wanted to know about his wife. Was it his wife?
Oh, yeah, his wife. Yeah.
His wife and girlfriend, and then we used to basically like a guy who owned like wanted to talk to the guy who owned Facebook or something like that.
Oh yeah. It's like
so
this.
then he
Yeah.
could like kill himself or something weird. Wasn't it? That was weird.
I don't know about the ending. Though. I mean, it was good, but it wasn't at the same time. I mean, how it just kind of no one really cared.
Yeah, no,
that he
literally,
died,
everyone just got on with
or-
their day, and it's weird, wasn't it? I want to see the Miley Cyrus one, but I've not seen that yet.
Oh, actually, oh yeah, that's cool.
Yeah.
I've seen all 3. I won't ruin it for you, but that's a good one. I think that's my favourite one.
I like the one, you know, the one where they did the film, and the guy from I can't remember what the guy's called. Jabadi G. That's the guy. I don't know what his real name is. You know the movie where you could like interactive movie where you like select.
Oh,
the
that
scene?
one. I think we actually watched it together.
Yeah, we watched a bit of
that
that
was
together.
last year.
And then is that the one where he kills his dad or something?
Oh my god.
Yeah, no, because a different ending. Like one you can kill it down.
Oh, that one. Oh,
Yeah.
Oh, that's a good episode.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's quite good.
What other? Is there any movies you like or that are on Netflix at the moment?
I really like White Chicks.
That's a
Like
good film.
White Chicks,
Yeah,
one of my
I've
best
seen that so
films.
many times.
Yeah, it's another one.
Is there any shows that you think should be on there,
What film?
or TV shows
That should,
that
I mean,
aren't on there?
I want another season of Top Boy.
Yeah, Top Boy's really popular, isn't it? Yeah.
Have you watched Top Boy?
I haven't. No.
No, so you should watch Top Boy. Like, it depends on that. Actually, if you want to know what living like London's like inner city London, then it's sort of Top Boy.
Also, you can like relate, I guess, in
Yeah.
a way. Like it's quite
Because, like I used to, I'm not used to, but I mean, you used to see like people at my old school, like sell drugs and shit. But sorry,
It seemed nice.
no, but like, that's kind of what London was like. Well, London is like really, not was, but kind of is like.
I think our tastes are completely different. You're into like
Yeah, I'm
like
into like really
hardcore, and I'm
gory.
into like Glee. To be fair, I did watch Glee over the summer, and it was actually quite good because I watched it a bit when I was younger, like 8, 9, 10, with my sister, and so it was quite nice to like re-watch that again.
I've heard Glee would be really good, but it's not really my thing.
Yeah, I don't think it is.
No, I like loads of killing and drug stuff.
Yeah.
And it's like, no, Glee's not really my thing.
Also, American Horror Story. Have you seen that?
No, I've heard it's meant to be quite good though.
I only watched I don't know why, but the first episode twice. Haven't seen anything else, just seen the first episode. And the first time I was watching with my brother, the second time was with my mum in the room, and she was like, what the hell? in the
Is this the
background.
one where?
It's like the basement, and like they have like all organs, and like people keep
Yeah,
coming to the
I've heard
house.
about it, so yeah.
It's quite a weird episode, but I think it's very like original, very creative. Like you can't find any other show on Netflix like that. So I think it's very original.
No. But then, like, okay, just say you had all the money in the world, yeah, and
Mhm.
you work for Netflix. You created your own show. What would be the premise of the show?
I think I would try to do a show that hasn't been done before, because they always have their shows that are just always has already been done. You know, like a high school
Yeah.
film, or like The Duff. Have you seen The Duff?
No, no,
It's based on like high school, and it's always the same kind of like storyline where like the boy finds the girl and then they have babies and all that. You know, it's just stupid, really. Okay, well, thank you very much for being on my show,
So,
and I'll see you in my next podcast and my video.